Pleasure to introduce our presenter. She's Dr. Kolajo Taiwo, a senior lecturer in the Department of Computer Science at Federal University Lokoja and currently a postdoctoral fellow at the University of Pretoria, South Africa. Dr. Kolajo has published over 30 peer-reviewed conference papers, journal, and book chapters, which with research interests spanning from natural language processing, big data analytics, artificial intelligence, machine language, and data mining. She is a member of the Nigerian Computer Society and a teacher Registration Council of Nigeria, and a recipient of the World Academic of Science Research and Advanced Training Scholarship, TWAS and AT. Dr. Kolajo brings a wealth of expertise in leveraging technology to address complex social and organization challenges. Today, she will explore diversity, inclusion as a catalyst for equal opportunity, examining how intentional D&I strategies create fairer environments for equal opportunity, examining how diversity and inclusion as a catalyst for equal opportunity. Madam, please, over to you, ma. Dr. Kolajoma.
All right. Good day, everyone. And I'm very excited to be here. Please, can we hear me? Am I audible? Hello?
Hi, I can
We
hear
can
you,
hear
ma.
you,
I
ma.
can hear you.
Okay. So I want to
You're
appreciate
welcome, ma.
thank you, ma. I want to appreciate the organizer of this webinar. You have been doing well. And I want to also thank the organizer or the excos of Niwiit for giving me the opportunity to talk to us on this webinar. So I'm Dr. Taiwo Kolajo, just as the secretary has said, and associate prof in the Department of Computer Science. So let's go to today's business because of time. Our topic, I hope we can see my slide. Can we see my slide?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Okay. So the topic is diversity and inclusion as a catalyst for equal opportunity. And then we'll be talking about what is diversity, what is inclusion, and how can we leverage on this to improve our workplace and then also to benefit ourselves as women. Diversity opens the door. That's it. Women play a crucial role in tech environment. And when it comes to innovation, everybody must be involved. Diversity opens the door and ensures that women are present in tech places. And wide inclusion makes opportunity real, that women are not just there, they are not silenced, they are heard and they are respected. Their ideas are valued. So this webinar is not just theory, it's going to be practical. So I want to encourage us to reflect on our workplace experiences as we progress so that we'll be able to judge what is going on in our workplace. Maybe we are included or excluded. Why does women matter, or why women matter in tech? There is a strong empirical research and real-world evidence showing that diverse tech teams innovate more effectively and deliver better outcomes than homogeneous groups where we have maybe in an organization where it's a men or male dominated, the decision, the idea, the innovation will be lopsided. But when team members come from different backgrounds, culture, skills, and lived experiences, they bring distinct ways of thinking and problem-solving approaches, leading to wider generation and enhanced creativity. Research has also shown that diversity alone is not enough. You must pair it up with inclusion to unlock innovation. So in tech, where rapid innovation and deep understanding are critical, there is need for diverse and inclusive teams. And when that happens, the teams are not just fairer, they will be smarter. And women play a lot of roles in this, because even at home end, they are the planner, they are the manager, they take care of the children. So when they bring all this perspective into tech, you will see that there will be innovation that will solve the real societal problems. And we have some fintechs designed with women users in mind. Women are not left out, like Her Economy, PiggyVest, Mama Money, Bamboo. All these apps and platforms, they succeed with women user because they are built around real societal problems. And when you exclude women, you exclude voice, you exclude market and growth. So it's essential that inclusive is not optional. It is essential and relevance for our society and in our workplace. We can see the percentage of women in tech. Only a quarter of tech roles are filled by women. And when it also comes to leadership, you can see that the gap remains. Only 10% occupy leadership position. We have representation in women representation in tech, but the problem is that this representation drops when it comes to senior manager, chief technical officer, founder levels. And I want to stress that this gap is not talent based. It's not that we don't have women that can stand up and do this job, but because of the system, and in some part of the country, women are not allowed to take the lead, despite they have the initiative, they have the skill, they have the knowledge, know-how. They are not allowed. They are just okay, you can play the supportive role. So all this should be that's what we're going to be looking at today, and how we can air our voice and stand up to the challenges and contribute meaningfully to our society. What is diversity? Diversity is the presence of different people at the table. And when we refer to tech team, when we say our tech team is diverse, we mean women are present, not absent. And that different backgrounds from different parts of the world, they are visible, not invisible. And that opportunities are accessible, not restricted to one group. The question that diversity is asking is that who is in the room? Who are those people that are in the room? Who are included? Who and who is included in teams, in organization, in leadership? So, and as I've said in the introduction, diversity alone is not sufficient without inclusion. You can achieve diversity by just hiring women. Yes, inclusion. We are not gender biased. We are this, we are that. We have women in an organization. They are present, but they are without inclusion. Their presence does not translate into influence, into innovation, into growth. They only play supportive roles in the organization, which is very, very wrong. Then inclusion has to do with what happens when the women are hired. When women are hired, when they have when they are represented, maybe 25% or 35%, as the case may be. When they are hired, what happens? So if there is inclusion, it will be reflected in number one, in our voice and representation. Women are encouraged to speak in meetings, not just staying passive. Speak. You have an idea, voice it out. And that when women are included, their ideas are taken seriously and not interrupted. They say it's women talk. Until a man has repeated that contribution, they will now, okay, let's take it, which is wrong. And another thing is access to opportunities. Women are given opportunity, core technical project, not only supportive roles. They should they receive stretch assignment, leaderships, exposure, training, conferences, and they also influence. They should also it will also show in influence and decision making. They are included in decision discussion, strategic discussion, policy decision. They are also represented in governance structures. So the question is, are women heard in stand-ups, in code reviews, in design decisions? That's the question we need to answer, and you should reflect that in your work, to your workplace. The another core element of inclusion is psychological safety. That means being able to speak without fear or ridicule. Psychological safety is a core element of inclusion, and is a work environment where people, especially women and other underrepresented groups, can speak up. They can ask questions, they can share ideas, they can admit mistake without fear or ridicule or punishment or exclusion. That is inclusion. Then equity in workplace. We need to clarify the difference between equality and equity. Although the words often used interchangeably, they are not the same, and confusing them may undermine diversity and inclusion effort, especially for women in tech. Equality means same treatment for everyone, giving everyone the same resources, the same rules, opportunities, treating everyone identically regardless of their starting point. That sounds good, but that's not the ideal thing. Equity is fairness based on different starting point. You can see the ladder on the screen. You can see different levels. Some are the top, some are the middle, some are the down of the ladder. So when you talk about equity, you give them opportunities based on their levels, because we are faced with different challenges, and it requires fairness for everybody. Everybody should be put into consideration. So equity is removing barrier that disproportionately affect women. So we should look at it like women now, they have maybe maternity leave. Say yeah, no maternity, just leave her alone. So all the opportunity that are supposed to be given to such women, they are taken away just because she has another responsibility. Or some, they will say, no, everybody is the same. I have children too now. The men will be saying that, but it's their women that are doing the run around, going to market, taking care of the children, and they now in their office they want the women to respond equally. They give them equal treatment. You must do this assignment. They will not consider, okay, this person is to take care of this, to do that. So equity look at different starting point, look at our challenges and place us in the right place. So we have a lot of policy, and the policy are well spelled out, but the problem is implementation. The implementation gaps persist, and that in Nigeria we have a policy advocating for gender inclusion, and they recognize that, but the real challenge is translating this commitment into inclusive workplace, especially in tech. So what we have to do is that we should encourage policy to practice alignment in our organizations. But one thing is that you must know the policy. What you don't know, you cannot advocate for. So you know the policy so that you'll be able to advocate for it. And you can also ask right question. You can respectively ask how these policies are applied in our daily work. And is anybody held accountable? Maybe they say quota system. At least you should employ women. Like recently now, nine staff were added to my department, and only two were female. Even one academic staff, the other one is technical staff. So maybe about 10 of them, only two were women. So this is what we are saying. So who is accountable for that? Who is held accountable that, okay, you have not followed the policy? The policy is stated that we should give everybody equal chance, level playground, but the implementation is the problem. We have some women that are doing well in tech, maybe in fintech, telecom, startups. We have a lot of them. Especially examples include Okra CEO, that's I think Farah Ashiru Jitubo, PG Vesco founder. All these people, they are women. Hello. All these people, Abimbola, women like Abiola, Eniola, Aminu, all these people, they are working, they are product designer, they are helping in techs, and across Nigerian telecoms too, we have women that are not just present, but they are shaping, they are engineering, they are doing things in their various workplaces. Another example is Bukola Ajayi. He's the general manager of architecture and engineering at MTN. And we also have another person that is a resource officer, I think Esther Akinukawe is also part of these people that are creating, that are, shaking the tech space in their various domain. And although why women, we must acknowledge that women are still sidelined. They are still sidelined. In some tech places, they are not heard despite putting their efforts, and some of us, we are silent. We are not making our impact known. When they are asked you to give your idea, you just keep mute. You will not talk. And when you don't talk, they will not know what to have. Please, I know at the end of this thing, I will still encourage us to speak up in our various workplace. So women face a lot of they are constrained by a lot of barriers, and we must openly acknowledge these challenges. The barriers, they are there. We have unconscious bias in hiring and promotions. Hiring managers, dey favour candidates who look like them, who talk like them, who behave like them, and most of the hiring managers, they are men. if they see a man and a woman, they will want to prefer the male, because that one they will say it's like them. So, and another thing is that men assume to be more technically competent or leadership ready. It's the instinct, it's part of the system, and it's the instinct in everybody. They will say, when they see a man, when they see a woman, yes, man will do better than women. So they expected women to just play a supportive role rather than decisive role. And men are rewarded for assertiveness. Women are penalized for the same behavior. They say you are too aggressive. When it comes to, if a woman wants to be assertive, they say you are too assertive. And when it comes to promotion, men are promoted based on perceived potential. Before a woman will be promoted, you must approve yourself repeatedly. And these are some of the barriers we face in our workplace. But then, as I've said, we have some African women leading despite these barriers. They broke through the barriers and they become leaders, they become role models for others to follow. So the examples are on the screen. We have Funke, Okpeke, Odunayo, Iweniyi, Rebecca, all these people, they face serious challenges, but they persisted and they succeeded. They succeeded despite the challenges, because they determine that yes, I must be what I want to be. For instance, this Funke Okpeke, he is into this telecommunication. She's into telecommunication. She leveraged deep expertise in telecommunication, and she brought out a unique idea. That's marine engineering. All these cables that are inside water. She was the one that brought that idea, and she's a role model today. So she looked at what is obtainable, and then she looked at unique opportunity. What is the problem in my environment? How can I contribute? And she contributes immensely in that aspect. All other people, they also did so. So we as women, we don't just sit down. Once my salary come, and that's all. You don't look at the area where you are working. How can you contribute? What is the challenge that we have presently, and how can you impact your environment? This is actions for organization, and I have maybe one or two ideas to give them. They are to fix hiring, promotion, and process. Like in South Africa, the promotion policy is that for now, because they discovered that white South, they have a combination of white and the black. So they discovered that white dominated everywhere, has dominated everywhere. So the policy is that if you want to employ in any workplace, the first consideration is it must be a female and black, a female black. When there is no female black to occupy that position, they will go to white female. After that, they go to black male before white male. That's it. You must source for people that can occupy that position in that order. It is when you can't see a woman at all that can fit that position that is black that they will consider the next person. So they are implementing that kind of policy, but in Nigeria, we don't do that. So we should, another thing is that the managers should make sure that there is equity in their judgment. They should know that people are of different challenges. They should take those challenges into consideration when they are to their workers or to their leaders, and that as a the leader should track gender representation by role and level, promotion rate, attrition rate. There should be accountability. And when these things are included, if inclusion is to be included, it must be intentional. It should not just be a slogan, but it must be a leadership choice. Then, what's the responsibility of women? What's your own responsibility as women in tech? You need training. We need to train ourselves. We need to develop ourselves. We need to make sure that there is continuous learning in high demand tech skills. We have a lot of high demand tech skills. Make sure you bury yourself in one of them and make sure you come out visibly. And there should be networking and sponsorship. Network when you go to conference. Network with people. Network with people in your area that can help you. You can collaborate. Before you know, you can get sponsorship, you can get grant and so many things. And then I want to encourage us to be visible, to be confident in ourselves. That little thing you are doing, develop yourself. Don't just say, I'm a woman, they will just pay me salary, I go, and you are not contributing anything. No, it shouldn't be. We should make ourselves visible. We should build our skills. We should seek sponsorship and take up the space. So before I round off, what are the key takeaways? We should know that diversity is a representation. That is, who is present in tech teams across gender, region, education, socio-economic background. And that inclusion is what happens when after hiring. That is, whose voices are heard and whose ideas shape decisions and who gets opportunity to grow. Equity enables equal opportunity, fairness, and that requires addressing different starting point, not treating everyone the same. And another thing that we have talked about is psychological safety, which is essential because innovation depends on freedom to speak without fear or ridicule. And I must reinforce here that equal opportunity is built, not accidental. So you must build yourself. Because if you don't have anything to give, nobody will recognize you. So as women, we must build ourselves. It doesn't happen naturally, especially in tech environment. It is built through intentional decisions. So we must build ourselves and then make sure that we are heard, we are known, we can do something, we can contribute something to our workplace or tech place. So inclusive tech is not only fair, but it's a growth strategy for any country or any society that welcomes the idea. So what's the action we are to take? Today's conversation, I don't want us to just understand what is diversity and inclusion, but I want us to choose what kind of ecosystem we want to build, and an ecosystem where opportunity is intentional, not accidental, where talent is recognized, not overlooked, where innovation reflects real African realities. Changes does not begin with policy alone, it begins with people. So I'm encouraging us to commit to one concrete action. So as we leave this session, I want us to commit to one specific action that will take. Maybe you are a leader in your workplace. You should review one decision you can make, maybe hiring, promotion, project allocation through inclusion lens. And as manager, you should create space for every voice in your next team meeting. Don't allow few people to dominate the meeting. Give everybody opportunity to speak, to talk, to bring out their own idea. And as women in tech, we need to speak up, and we need to seek a sponsor. We need to volunteer for a visible opportunity. When they ask you to volunteer, no, I can't do that. I don't want to do any pro bono service. If they are not paying anything, I'm not going to do it. You don't know. Maybe as a volunteer, somebody will just do, you are doing this thing, can you do it? And another opportunity will come. So don't let us run away from responsibility. Let's take up responsibility and make sure that we do it well. Anything, any assignment given you, put in your best. Put in your best. Don't just be in an environment and you are giving a lot of excuses. So if you are the type that give excuse and you say, well, that madam, this person, she will not do it. Oh, she will say she has this, has that, has that. She will not respond. And when they have an opportunity to give you, they will say, no, I don't think she can cope because we have tested her in so many areas. She's not meeting up. So we should be very, very, we should make sure that we contribute our quota. And I want to tell us that we should also advocate for women's contribution or advancement, even when she's not in that room. When, for instance, now when they say, okay, we want to do election and a woman is vying for a post, you see us, we don't, she cannot do it. We will not even give, women ourselves will not give such person a chance. That's very, very wrong. So we should be reminded that change starts with everyday decision. Inclusion is not just built in grand moment, it is built in who is invited to the room, whose ideas are acknowledged, who gets the opportunity, who is supported to grow. So these everyday choices shapes career, product and future of tech. So we may not change the entire system today, but I can assure you that you can change one decision, one space and one outcome, and that's how lasting change begins. So thank you for the time. If you have time, we can, this time for question, reflections or shared experiences. Maybe you have an experience in your workplace and you want to share it, that's okay.
Thank you very much, Ma. Thank you for this heartwarming session. In fact, I really enjoyed it. Diversity, inclusion as a catalyst for equal opportunity. This actually fosters growth. You know, when you were talking about women supporting women, I just laughed. We need to learn to support ourselves. I went to an office and a guy was saying, in fact, it's we women that don't even support ourselves most times. That's on a lighter note. Let's learn to support one another and see how we can groom ourselves, that we grow together because of the environment in which we find ourselves. I don't know if Dr. Ayodele is online. Hello? Okay. Depending when I will call her to give us maybe a brief, or maybe if she has anything to say. I don't know if there is anybody that has any question for our presenter, any question on what she talked about, diversity and inclusion as a catalyst for equal opportunity. Is there any question? Is there any contribution? Is there any take home? Just like she said, we need to create a voice for all. Let everybody has opportunity to talk. Now is an opportunity to air our own opinion. I can see Dr. Yemi Pisa online. I can see Mrs. Afiola online. I can see Silas. I can see Samuel Adelabu online. I can see Mrs. Audu, Lucy Audu. I can see Leke Oloruntoba. I can see Mr. John. I can also see a phone online. Mrs. Folusho is also online. I can see our brother, the PRNCS, Chris Yaya online too. Harry, Mrs. Hajara. Please, any other question? She talked about empowering women. We are women. We should learn to take advantage of growth opportunities that are available. can develop ourselves, build ourselves on high demand tech skills. She mentioned high demand tech skills. We are in the age of AI, we are in the age of machine learning, etc. Let's build ourselves. Let's equip ourselves. And let's also encourage networking. We mix, we encourage, we should take advantage of all these things. Please, we can unmute our mics in case we have questions, or just raise our hands if there is any question so that the presenter can. All right. Please, ma, do you have any final things to say?
So, okay, let me unmute myself. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. I would have turned into discussion if if there's no question, let me ask question from my end.
Okay, somebody is raising up his hand. Maybe you should
Okay,
ask this
okay.
question. Mr. John, please,
Yes,
over to
ma'am.
you.
Thank you, ma'am, for the presentation. Even
Thank you.
though I joined a bit late. Ma'am, please, I don't know, is a request if this presentation material can be made available for some of us in the Jakarta houses, some of our ladies that are in IT, at least things like this, if we make it available, I think by the time they get it will assist them. So I don't know, it's just a request if I can have the presentation material so that I can share with them. And in that way, to encourage them to see the need to be part of this association.
All right, thank you. I think that question goes to the organizers.
Oh,
Mrs. Anjo. So I'm okay with that. I don't have problem,
Okay.
but it
Yeah,
thank
no
depends
you,
on
ma'am.
the
problem.
policy
Thank you, ma'am. Yes,
that
ma'am.
okay. So
All
we'll
right.
make it available.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Another person. Okay, Mr.
Mm.
Silas.
Hello now. Okay, thank you, ma.
You're
Hello?
welcome.
Hello, we
We
can
can
hear
hear
you,
you.
sir.
I said, any forum like Women in Tech in Kogi. Right for phone number.
Oh, sorry. That place is noisy. We can't hear you clearly.
It's not coming from my side.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it's not from my side, so maybe somebody else. I was trying to ask. I said, is there any forum like Women in Tech in Kogi?
Yes,
We have
this now
Nigerian
they are the
women.
people organizing this. I think
Okay.
from the flyer that was sent, it was now with Nigerian women in IT. So that's the
Oh,
forum, and is a
It's a special
subsidiary
interest
of
group under
yeah,
NCS.
NCS, Nigerian Computer Society. Nigerian Computer Society. So please, if you have people that want to join, they will send the form today. Mr.
Okay.
Mrs. Anjo is the secretary, the anchor of this program. She can You can liaise with her.
okay,
Uh,
okay,
Well, I'll
okay.
send the link to you
okay.
All
to
right, all
join
right.
to
Better.
send to the ladies that you are interested in
Okay,
joining.
okay,
Yes, I will
okay,
drop
okay.
it
Fine,
on
fine.
the
Okay.
NCS platform. But it's for
All
ladies,
right.
so
It's
so
for
that we
Sure,
can
ladies.
definitely.
increase our
Definitely,
sex.
We know
definitely.
now, mama, we
Definitely.
know.
Okay, so let me ask us, the ladies here, what inclusion challenge have we observed in our workplace? Let's just, even if it is that we are discussing, then we'll close for today.
Okay. So ladies, let's discuss inclusion challenge. Me, I had challenge because when I went into politics in the institution, it was more like if our ladies, if I can count the number of ladies that voted me then. We see the way you expect some places you go to, women should embrace you, support you. because the place where I wanted to go out, I know like women are like 60%. But the vote I got out of almost 400, I doubt I got up to 40 votes. So you mean no lady supports me and everything. And as of that time, what they used against women, like women that are supposed to be in the kitchen cooking, women that are supposed to be taking care of their children. In fact, that time was when my children were 6 months. They go and take care of the twins, Jare. What do you want to use politics for? And they don't show it aside. I said, there is even women that are supposed to even support me. See the aggressiveness. Sometimes I will go to some offices, I'll just smile, like I can't get angry. I will just smile, like, this is women, no, they are supposed to support one another. And they're supposed to build one another. Even when I'm coming down, they are supposed to pull me up, like, why is it like this? So mine is more like an encouragement to ladies that we should support one another. Today I am here, I'm looking for your support. Tomorrow it will also be your turn to look for my own support. And we need to just get past some things and support one another so that we can move past it. Because the men will not support us if we don't support ourselves. The
That's the
market we are
basic thing.
selling, we will first buy before other people will now buy for us.
So that's candid opinion, and thank you for that contribution. So we must rise up to the challenge. Don't pull your uh don't pull women down anywhere. I like one of my mentors. Anytime there is a opportunity for a woman to do something, say that's a woman. A woman is trying to do that. Oh yeah, let's support, let's rally round. And that's a good spirit, because we have some potentials. As I've shared ideas with us, we have some ladies that are doing well. So, and don't allow your potentials to die down, and don't allow you to yes, I mean it's the kitchen. Once I'm able to, let me just do that. Let me just go to workplace to just survive, to collect salary, and that ends it. The potentials that God has deposited in you will be lying low, will be lying waste. So please, let's rise up to the challenge. It's not that we want to be aggressive at workplace. Like when I went for my postdoc, as I returned, I documented all the papers that I published. I sent it. When they got it, they said, the registrar said, wow, this is highly commendable. You know, don't anything good you are doing, showcase it. Showcase it. Don't be silent. An opportunity can come and they will say, that woman can do it. Please, I don't want us to be passive. That's the essence. And let's network together. Let's help ourselves. Maybe like us in academics now, we can collaborate in publication, in doing things together, in research. We can do that. And people maybe in industry, in software development, they can also do something together. Make sure that they solve the societal problem. They can do it, and by the time they are done, they will be acknowledged for that. So please, let's change our orientation. Let's change our perspective. I think we can end it
Okay.
here. Or do we have
Dr.
any
Yemi Peters, do you
comments?
have anything to say?
Okay, I just
Hello?
wanted to give another instance.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
We
Yes,
can hear
ma'am.
you, sir, ma.
Okay, this Open University, you know my name, when you hear Yemi Peters without the Victoria, you would think it's a male.
Yes.
So I had an encounter with the coordinator, one of the centers. So I think they changed the coordinator, so the new coordinator. So that day he just called me and started talking and all that. So when he heard a female voice, he said, no, I want to talk to Dr. Yemi Peters. I said, yes, she's the one speaking. So he was just like, those type of men that will want to look down that this is a woman and all that. So he was just talking. I kept quiet. After he finished talking, I now said, okay, I've been supervising your student for some time, and I don't think I've heard any complaint from your end. So we started. So that particular section, you sent students to me and I supervised them, master students. So the day they did their defense, external defense, I wasn't there. That morning he was calling me that they are having external defense, and I said I was not available. So at the end of the day, he now called me. He said, "Wow, madam, you did a good job." That the external examiner said, it's been long as I examined something like this, that the supervisor did a good job. So he was just praising me. So I was not like, initially when he thought, it's a woman, what will she do? You understand? So just like the speaker has said, we should try to prove ourselves by doing what? Learning, upskilling, so that when we do things, we do it in a different way that will single us out. Thank you very much.
Thank you
Thank you,
so
ma'am, for
much.
that contribution.
Thank you so much. Thank you for all our contributions. Thank you for participating in today's discussion. Diversity and inclusion are not merely compliance measures, they are catalysts for innovation and equal opportunities. The work continues beyond this session. Our daily discussions, advocacy for equitable policies, and commitment in examining our own biases. Each of us have a role to play in creating a truly inclusive environment. I want to encourage us to take one concrete action, just like our presenter said today, maybe to volunteer or to support ourselves from today to implement most of these things we discussed today, anyhow, in our own little way, how we can encourage one another, how we can grow together, how we can learn together, how we can work as a team. And by God's grace, we will continue to move forward, and let's continue to persist so that we will succeed despite all the challenges ahead. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. We apologize for the slight delay we had at the beginning. We look forward to creating another session next month. The whole idea is for we, the women in information technology in Kogi State, to participate where we can learn new things, where we can encourage one another. This is just a forum in which we are trying to create. So please join us, just like you said you encourage your colleagues and co. I'm trying to drop the link to join the Niwiit platform on this place, but somehow my desktop WhatsApp is not coming up. But I will just private chat me on WhatsApp. I will chat you and I'll send the link to you.
All right. Thank you.
I can also send the link to the person that invited you so that you can share it with your colleagues.
Okay.
Thank you so much
All right.
Excuse me, please. Excuse me, please.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, please. Can I say something?
Yes, we can hear you.
This webinar, is it an all women affairs, or we can be joining from
the webinar is everybody's affairs? It's just that Niwiit is for women. The group is for women, but the webinar, anybody can come and learn.
Most of what you have been talking about, my network was very bad. And what I met on ground was all women affair.
Okay. The topic carries, as you say, equal opportunity. Everybody's strength is different. Everybody's talent is different. At least an equal opportunity for everyone. Though it lies more towards the women, because women are always on the receiving end. But the webinar is for everybody. But the people organizing it are Nigerian Women in Information Technology Kogi State chapter.
So you're always welcome to bring in your own ideas too.
Yes, any idea that
will help women.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. See you same time next month
All
for
right. Bye
Bye.
bye.
Yeah,
Friday.
thank
Thank you
you.
very much. Thank you, our presenter. We
Thank
are
you so
very
much, man. God bless you.
thank you
Bye.
for
God bless you.
having us. Thank you, everyone.
Bye. God bless you.
Thank you, man. God bless you, man.
Thank you,
Thank
Auntie
you, ma.
Titi.
God bless you. Really enjoy it, ma. Thank you.
Thank
It was
you.
an interesting moment.
Madam
Thank you,
Majara.
man.
Yes, ma.
Yeah.
Madam Ruto, I attended your webinar. This is